Denji from Chainsaw Man and Rami Hassan from Hulu's Rami are two sides of the same horny coin. Both of these characters are lost in the gap between who they are and who they feel they're supposed to be. For Denji, it's due to his ignorance, or his innocence, depending on what camp you belong to. Denji had a really traumatic life and never experienced a real sense of safety, let alone intimacy. And because of that, he never developed a sense of self. So when he's finally able to set a fraction of his own terms, he defaults to the surface things. And for a traumatized teenage boy, that's food, sex, and comfort. But what he's really yearning for is love, safety, and a feel for his own identity. Which explains why every time he's faced with an opportunity to actually climb the sugar wall, he gets confused and finds a way to self-sabotage. And ultimately, it's why Pochita had to make a major decision for him at the end. But for Rami, it's kind of the inverse. He grew up in the Muslim faith, and he finds real comfort and identity in it. So when he's met with his natural desires, he's conflicted because he knows what's expected of him through his faith, but he lacks the self-discipline to actually live up to those expectations. Couple that with the inherent tension that comes with being a first-generation immigrant in America. The modest and spiritual ways at home clash with the more flippant and hedonistic culture of the United States. Rami ends up trapped in a loop of shame. Whenever he's faced with temptation, he acknowledges it's wrong, but inevitably gives in. Then he reflects, repents, and inevitably repeats. And he's committed to that cycle because it reinforces his own self-image. That no matter what he does, he's gonna fall short. So sex becomes a form of self-sabotage. It's how he ends up crossing lines that he clearly understands, like sleeping with his cousin. At the core, Denji and Rami are chasing validation and masking it as lust. For Denji, he lacks the self-awareness to define himself, and for Rami, the discipline to maintain himself. So they both default to something a lot simpler, because it's easier to be horny than it is to be whole.